All right, Ship, we can do it. We can give all
Wombat's gone?
Wombat's gone. We got rid of him. We can give all the spoilers. We can
Now let's talk about that Wii U discussion some more now that he's gone.
Let's get really into the heart of the matter.
Oh, so you didn't really say, did you enjoy Star Wars Rogue One?
I thought it was I would put it up. I would put it right there with Force Awakens in terms of how much I enjoyed it. I would think that if it had the music of Force Awakens, I would have enjoyed it as much as Force Awakens for sure.
It's strange, like how much that matters.
It does. I'm not surprised at all, though. It makes all the difference in the video games and the licensed video games. You take out the licensed music, the game, suffers for it. So I'm sure, it's the same with the actual movie.
What did you think about these characters? Like, I found myself only really caring about Jin.
Right.
Because that was the only one we really had a backstory for.
Yes, I would say that, what's this guy's, Ghost Dog. What's that guy's name? Forrest Whitaker. Forrest Whitaker.
Okay.
Forrest Whitaker's character was like a total waste of screen time. Like, I agree that he looked really cool in the outfit, and he sounded, I guess, like when he spoke, it sort of sounded okay, but it added nothing to the story. Like, it was just a waste of time, and another character whose name you didn't really understand what they were saying. I
think like the whole idea was they were trying to show that there were bad things going on within the rebellion as well. Like that the rebels weren't perfect either.
Okay.
It's a weird thing to do in a series that's like so clearly cut, like morally.
Right.
Like, there's clear bad guys and good guys.
It added nothing to the story, right? Like, I mean, did you think about it? Oh, wow. Even the good guys might be a little bad. I didn't. I just thought like, oh, wow, here's a crazy guy who's, I don't know what his name is because I don't know. They just keep saying it and I don't know what they're saying. And I don't know, like, I guess he's crazy because he's saying stuff that doesn't seem to make any sense. And he seems to, have some health issues because he's got like a gas mask from 1970.
He's like ghetto Darth Vader. He just didn't get the full setup. He's got the breathing apparatus and the robot parts.
He's like, I want to be Darth Vader, but I could only get parts out of this dumpster from here. And I have no force powers whatsoever.
That was a weird thing too. Like, I knew going in that there were no Jedis.
Okay.
But turns out I really like Jedis.
Yeah. Ty kept asking when the lightsabers were going to come.
Right. You had the martial arts guy, which again, I don't remember any of these characters' names, so I'm sorry.
Donnie Yen is his name.
What was it?
Donnie. No, I don't. I know the actor's name.
Oh, the actor's name. I'm sorry. Yeah, the character name. I do not know these character names. I can tell you the robot's name and Jyn Orso, and everybody else. Her dad's name was Galen.
Right.
And then anybody else that wasn't in the original Star Wars movies, I'm at a loss for who these guys are. But like, you had him out there and he was like all into the Force and everything, but he just has that bow staff. It's like, just throw some lasers on the end of that thing. Let's get it going.
And he doesn't have the Force. He just pretends that
he's just really into it.
Right.
He's like,
right.
He wants to have the Force really bad. His midichlorian count is just way too low.
Right. He's got low. He's got midichlorian dysfunction.
But he still has like almost magical powers because he's blind.
Yes.
But like has like super senses.
Yes.
He's Daredevil.
Yes, Zatoichi. Yeah, I don't know. Why not just give the guy the Force and give him a lightsaber? Would it really have fucking ruined the story much? I guess the idea was that there were no Jedis left. Only blind.
But they had all those crystals that they make the lightsabers out of. Like he was in charge of that temple or something. Where they were mining.
Yeah, they were guarding that. Yeah, they were like the guardians, right?
He didn't like just like go like, oh, I guess I'll make a lightsaber.
Right, we have all this shit lying around. Maybe it's pretty hard, especially if you're blind.
That's always been a weird thing in Star Wars, though, too, that like only the Jedis can make lightsabers.
Right. I could see like a guy who would be really good at swords who doesn't have the Force and is not a Jedi. he would probably want a lightsaber. And he's not allowed because he doesn't have the Force, I guess. That's not in the movie, by the way.
No.
I guess you know.
But yeah, the Cassian, or is that his name? It's something like that.
Who? The Death Star guy?
The guy, no, the scruffy looking nerd herder guy of this movie. The Han Solo character, kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know any of their names.
I just found him like it seemed like we should want to know his backstory, but they never went into it. Like we needed another movie prequel about that guy to find out what his story was.
Too many characters. I'm telling you, get rid of the Forrest Whitaker character.
I think you're right there. I think you're right there, and it almost detracts too, like because you see these actors that, like these famous actors in Star Wars, like immediately kind of pull you out of the movies.
Yeah.
Because I know as soon as I saw Galen, I was like, oh, it's Hannibal. It's the bad guy from Casino Royale.
Mm-hmm.
It's the guy from Doctor Strange. So I don't know. Like I didn't hate it. Like I don't want to come off like I'm hating this movie because I'm glad I went to see it. I just don't know what it added to the Star Wars universe, really.
The ending was odd. Like the last 5-10 minutes were pretty great.
Yeah, once they got out the Star Wars toys, once it went into full on, here come the X-Wings and TIE Fighters and AT-ATs.
Yeah.
And we're having this huge battle. That stuff was awesome.
And with Darth Vader.
His second scene, yes, where he's being a badass, not saying anything.
No, he did 3 things. He had 3, look, Darth Vader was there to do 3 things, right? He was there to
provide the comic relief.
He was there to take a shower. He was there to drop a bed, a horrible pun, just like the worst.
How does that line stay in the movie?
Just the worst pun ever. And then he was there to kick ass. And that was it. So he accomplished all those things.
I'm fine with 2 out of those 3 things, really. I'm okay with I'm okay. Well, that's like his little room. They've done that before, like with the whole helmet going on.
Sure. Show a little back, show a little skin. See how Anakin cleans
just
off.
To let you know that this dude's a gross dude.
Like
things are not going well in the dermatology department for this guy.
But he keeps clean though, so he's not that gross.
Right. He still cares enough to bathe, but it's just not working out for him there.
I don't know how that line stayed in the movie because they took out the line. I think I saw
they took out the I Rebel line.
Yes,
which was
they took out
terrible in the previews.
Yes, that was like in the teaser, yeah, or something.
Right, you're right.
Because that stuck out to me.
Yeah, like I was like prepared for that line, like the entire scene. Like here it comes. She's gonna say it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like there's just so much of this movie where I felt like it was taking way too long for things to happen.
Yes. Yeah.
Is this where we talk about Tarkin?
Yeah, that was a little disturbing. Like not quite right, Tarkin.
Why did they do that?
I don't know.
Cast another They cast another actor for Mon Mothma.
Right. They could have done that, and they could have just put. Was he totally CG, 100%?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure they used some magic or whatever, but yeah.
Couldn't they
totally CG.
Find a guy that just looked like him and then like tweaked him a little bit, because there was definitely uncanny valley going on
the entire time. Like when he comes on screen, he comes on and you see the back of him, and I'm like, oh, okay, they're just gonna this is gonna be like a little playful thing where they show him from the back, and he's not gonna be like really involved much. But then like the camera pans around and they like zoom in and are like, yeah, look what we did.
Oh yeah, then you see his reflection in the mirror first, in the window first, and then it's like, yeah, look what we did for no apparent reason.
Right. It's just really off-putting that he's like, I don't know. It's like he has too much detail to his face or something.
Right, and he looks into the camera and you can see nobody's home.
Right,
It's just a little off, but yeah.
And I thought the Leia stuff at the end was fine.
That looked okay.
That was like, okay, it's touched up a little bit, but I can believe what you're going for here.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's so much limited there that like they probably had a scene where they had her standing there and they could touch it up enough to make it look great.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't understand, like, if you want to have Tarkin in your film and be this big of a character, which I think makes sense for the story, but just cast an actor. Nobody's going to get upset that it's
a little off.
It's a little off.
But you could fix him like they did with Pee-wee in his second movie. They made him look younger. They could find somebody.
Well, I mean, they completely recast Mon Mothma for these last two movies.
Right.
Do that again.
Right. It works. It can be done. It can be done. There's a lot of people in the world.
We're used to that with actors. Like, as long as they're like totally different, it's fine. We'll be accepting of that more than the CG that's going to look. It's not going to age well at all.
Right.
With this movie.
This movie was pretty. I mean, I don't want to spoil. And the fact that everybody dies.
Well, you knew everybody was dying going in.
I didn't know that. I didn't know
really?
that. I didn't know that. I mean, like, I didn't think about this movie at all. I saw the teaser or whatever.
Okay. You knew that it was about getting the Death Star.
I knew that.
Right?
I did know that.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know that everybody was going to die. But
sure.
Like I said, I didn't really think about it.
Yeah, I knew. I knew everybody was going to die going in because these characters don't exist.
Right. Well, I saw Jon Snow on Twitter saying how much he really liked the Donnie Yen character and was hoping for like a spinoff. So I was like, oh, cool. But then I was like, oh, he killed him off. I was gonna have a spinoff.
Which is he the martial arts guy?
Yeah,
or is he the guy with
the Force is with me, and I'm with the Force. Guy.
Okay, I didn't know whether that was him or his friend with the Gatling gun.
Right. I don't know what that guy is. Who that guy is? Yeah, too many characters. It was fine though. It was definitely much better than the 3 prequels. And you take your pick. It was better than all of them.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, these were competent actors. I think is what carries that.
And the writing was better too.
It was better. I think a lot of lines fell flat.
Right. Right.
I didn't believe the relationship between Jin and the Cassian or whatever his name was.
Right.
That seemed like totally unbelievable, of them not trusting each other and then at the end being like best friends, ready to do it if they didn't all die.
Right.
But what did you some of the, like, it wasn't like overly like putting in fan service everywhere. Like, they definitely could have really fan service it up. They had that like scene with C-3PO and R2-D2.
Yeah, they had a few. The guy next to me got very excited every time there was a little Easter egg.
Sure. I mean, that's what people want, right?
Sure. I saw this in IMAX 3D, and I don't know. I don't think I'm going to see a 3D movie again unless it's 4DX, because the glasses are just so shitty that you get all the reflections from the lights that are all around the theater, and it just looks like garbage. I don't know. And my wife said the same thing. So I'm sticking with 2D.
I just watched it in normal 2D.
Yeah.
My $5.56 tickets.
Yeah, that's a good price.
Yeah. Can we talk the good stuff?
Yes.
Was definitely the space battles.
Yep.
That scene with the Star Destroyers where they're cutting one Star Destroyer in half with another Star Destroyer.
Right.
That is fantastic.
I don't know that's I thought that was a little far-fetched though.
That's okay.
It looked good. It looked fine.
Right. It was like, okay, yeah, I am down with this. I'm also down with seeing AT-ATs getting taken down in various ways. Right.
I wasn't sure why the guns worked on the AT-ATs at this point. Maybe they were early AT-ATs. They didn't have good shielding yet.
I guess. I mean, it's only a year later. So, this movie literally ends right as the next one starts. New Hope.
Yeah, that was awesome. I love the ending. The last bit with Vader kicking ass. I mean, that was pretty awesome. I could watch a whole movie of that. As
up to that point, I was like wishing that they just had not had Darth Vader in the movie at all.
Right, because the choking line was just. He didn't need to choke him. Like everything was fine. Like why do you need to choke him? And I mean,
I'm fine with him choking him. Just don't say that.
Right, just choke him and walk away. Just choke him and walk away. You think?
Yeah. Why? Or say something menacing, not that.
Don't choke on your ambitions.
Yeah, just like don't test me again or something like I don't know.
Yeah. Right. Don't test. Yeah, that's what he would say if it was Star Wars, like the real Star Wars.
Right. Like just something straight to the point. I'm Darth Vader. I'm a badass.
At least he didn't say my bad during the movie.
Right. I didn't mean to choke you there. My bad.
Let's be grateful.
I did like that character, the science or whatever he was, the guy that was making the Death Star.
The bad guy who wore white.
The bad guy. The guy in the white.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, I thought he carried a good portion of the movie.
Yeah. He did a fine. I was thinking he did a fine job as well.
Right. I was like that guy could have been Tarkin for all I cared.
Right. We didn't need Tarkin. Just show Tarkin's back and we'd have been fine.
Right. Tarkin has a mask at this point.
All right. Anything else we need to say about Rogue One?
I think people should see it.
People clapped at the end of my theater when it ended.
Right. I'm assuming if they listen to this, I hope they saw it because we said everything that happens.
Right. Not much happens. I kept hearing the Seinfeld bass line during the movie. Like,
I think that was in the soundtrack. I think that might have been why it was just off.
I was really thinking, I was like, is anything going to happen? But I don't know. It was all right. Okay. Thanks for listening again. We'll see you next year.
Bread's done.
You won't get away this time, Dooku.
I don't like Sam.
I've been looking forward to this.
My powers have doubled since the last time we met, Count.
Good. Twice the pride, double the fall.
I don't like Sam. 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 I don't like Sam.
Good, Anakin, good. Kill him. Kill him now.
I shouldn't.
Do it.
I don't like Sam.